Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Em and today we are doing the Finally Fall book tag. I feel like I'm late doing this even though it's October. It's like perfect fall season. I don't know why I feel like I'm behind. And I'm going to try to challenge myself and pick books from before I started my YouTube channel, which should be hard. This is only my first year on YouTube, but I feel like I have talked so much in multiple videos about the things that I've read this year, and I really wanted to pick things that I haven't shared my love for as much on this channel. The first question: in the fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. And I'm already going to cheat a little bit, though technically I read this for the first time last year. I just reread it this year as well. But I am going to go with The Mask of Mirrors by emjaereads. This is book one in the Rook and Rose trilogy, which is a completed trilogy. It's a Venetian-inspired fantasy. There's a very wide class difference between the wealthy and the poor. There's a really interesting magic system that's based on tarot, and I just think this city is so well written. I don't know if this isn't entirely accurate, but the class differences always reminded me of, or always do remind me of, the class differences that are being dealt with in the TV show Arcane. I feel a lot of really similar vibes, and I just absolutely love this series and this city so much. And I think emjaereads, they do a brilliant job of building this world that you just want to be a part of. Oh, do we need a synopsis? This is about Ren, who is a con artist and comes back to Nadezra after being away for some time and sets out to con her way into one of the wealthy families so that she and her sister can have some stability. But of course, it goes wrong almost from the very beginning. And I just absolutely love it. Next question is: nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. My pick for this one is middle grade. This is Too Bright to See by Kyle Lukoff. This is a middle grade book from 2020 or 2021? 2021. And this is about Bug. And Bug and their mom are dealing with the death of Bug's uncle. And Bug and their uncle were really close, and so it really does tackle what it's like to grieve for someone when you're a child, and then when also the adults in your life are also grieving for this person. And Bug is also going through the things that kids go through, like fitting in at school and friends and identity and figuring out who you are in the world and, you know, what you are comfortable with representing in the world, and like which personas feel comfortable and which personas don't fit quite right. And I think this is a beautiful written book, and I think Bug is so easy to love, and that the discoveries that they make throughout this book are so poignant and sweet, and I just absolutely loved this little middle grade book. I highly recommend to everyone. Just everyone. The next one is Fall is Back to School Season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. And my pick for this one is Ace: What Asexuality Reveals About Desire, Society, and the Meaning of Sex by Angela Chen. I did not know I was ace until I read this book, and I can't even begin to describe the relief at reading myself in these pages and realizing that I hadn't been broken my whole life. Like, I can't even put into words what that really felt like. This is a combination of anecdotes and also information on what it's like to be asexual and what the wide spectrum of asexuality can look like. And I think this is fantastically written. This is another book I just recommend to everybody. I think everyone should read it, whether you are ace, whether you think you might be ace, whether you just want to understand what that word means and what it means for people who identify as asexual. I cannot recommend this book highly enough. This is one of my favorite nonfiction books to recommend to people. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you would like to be a part of. I'm so excited for this one. My answer is all the characters in A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe by Alex White. Actually, everybody in the Salvager series. This is another trilogy that is complete. And this is, I would guess, if you liked the TV show Firefly, you would also dig this book. This is, I mean, it's not a Western like Firefly is supposed to be, but this is a group of people who come together on this spaceship and they are going to fight a big, corrupt bad. And they're all various levels of outcasts or down on their luck and got a wide range of personalities, but they end up becoming the best found family that I would love to be a part of because I think they are all just fantastic. The main character of this, it's very much I can't think of the word I want. It's very much like a collective of characters. You spend time with pretty much everybody, but the character that kicks off everything, her name is Boots, and I would throw myself on a sword for Boots. I love her so much, but really all of these characters are just, I love them. So if you like sci-fi, space opera, adventure, and you have not read this series yet, please read this series. This series does not get the love it deserves anywhere. And it's so good. And Alex White is such a good writer, and I just want more people to read this series. The colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. I'm not going to do that. I'm so sorry. It just sounds like so much work to me right now to pull books off my bookshelf and then have to put them back in their spot later. But, I mean, you can clearly see, Chaos Vector. I mean, and I have a little pumpkin. Grounded for Life is a nice yellow. You can see where I have fall-colored spines, but I'm so sorry, YouTube. I'm just not going to make a mess of my bookshelves today. The next one is Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. I'm going to cheat again. I did read this year, but I didn't talk about it a ton. I read this for middle grade March, so it's also been a while. But A Rover Story by Jasmine Warga. This is middle grade about a fictional Mars rover named Resilience. And this book alternates between Resilience point of view and thoughts as they are being built and as their software is being adapted and as they gain sentient and awareness of their surroundings. And so you alternate between chapters from Rez's perspective. And then the other perspective is Sophia. And Sophia is the daughter of one of the lead engineers who's building Rez. And Sophia is writing diary entries, but addressing them to Rez. And so you switch back and forth. There's quite a stretch of time in this book because when the book starts, Sophia's first letter, she's in 6th grade or 5th grade. And then by the end of the book, she's an adult. And when I tell you, I cried so hard at the end of this book. If you've read any other of Jasmine Warga's books, she is not afraid to hurt you in the best way. and make you feel all the feelings and pull at your heartstrings. And I love her books for that. And I absolutely just love, if you love a robot protagonist, if you love a robot story, I think this is such a sweet read and would definitely recommend it, especially if you are like a Murderbot fan and you want to read a middle grade, not version of Murderbot, but like, you know. This is how we get kids today to pick up Murderbot when they're older, is this book. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. Okay, this is a weird choice. I'm just gonna say it. This is a weird choice, and my only excuse is that reading is subjective. That's my only excuse. I'm gonna recommend Finna by Nino Chipri, and this is a novella. It's a very, very quick read. It is not, maybe heartwarming is the wrong word, but it is delightful, and it is very weird, and it's very fun. So Finna is about, it says it's rambunctious and touching. Okay, this is about Ava and Jules, who are co-workers, but also exes. They have broken up the night before, work at like this IKEA, the fictional version of IKEA, and they have come to work for a staff meeting and been told that an elderly customer has gone missing in the store, and that elderly customer has gone missing because in this fictional version of IKEA, wormholes just randomly open up in the store and customers can get pulled into this other dimension, and it's totally normal. It happens all the time. And the rule is that the newest employee has to be the one who goes and retrieves the person or thing that has been pulled into the wormhole. And the newest employees are Ava and Jules. It's really fun. And, you know, there are some really sweet, heartfelt moments between Ava and Jules as they try to reconcile their breakup and their feelings for each other and how much they still mean to each other. And it was such a surprise, and I had such a wonderful, wonderful time with it. And it's another book that I don't think gets enough love and not enough people have read. And I have read all of Nino Chipri's very short bibliography, and I just want them to write all the books I would read. I'm just so excited to see what comes from them next. This one is Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. How old do you think we need to be old? I mentioned in a vlog earlier this month that I still need to finish my reread of the Alana series. I have The Lioness Rampant left, which is book 4 in the series. I mean, and I think this one is almost as old as I am. Maybe? I mean, I know book 1 is as old as I am. 88. So, you know, she's an oldie but a goodie. I really, really like to finish out this series this year, but it's been, I don't know, I love rereading childhood middle grade favorites. I also would say that, you know, early teen Emily had great taste in books. Like, absolutely stellar. Rereading them as an adult is so fun. The last one is fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. Well, I'm a big blanket person. Should I show my favorite blankets? Okay, so I'm a big blanket person. This one is one of my favorites. I get most of my blankets from Marshalls, and I like the really soft, I guess, fleecy ones. They have this one that says, I think it says it's fall, y'all, on it. Or happy fall, y'all. That's what it says. Really like this one too. It has pumpkins. It's a good time. And then this one is actually my husband's, and I just steal it. But it's more of like a wool. My kids don't like it. They think it's scratchy. It's not quite as soft as these ones, but it's very, very cozy. I also like a cup of tea. I have a lot of I really prefer black tea, but because I like to add like sugar and milk to my tea, which means I end up buying a lot of decaf black tea because I want the taste and the experience without the caffeine in the evening. I'm a big audiobook listener, which if you've watched a couple of my videos, you obviously know by now. So my earbuds are a must. I don't need a lot of things to have a cozy time. I mean, really, my book, maybe a tea, blanket is an absolute must, and then some sort of like crackling fire ambiance room on YouTube is so nice. That's usually how I am set up in the evening when I settle down to read. And now I've gotten my kids on board with having like the ambiance room going, and they are big fans as well. So that is the end of this video. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to answer any of these questions down in the comments, I would love to hear your answers. And if you just want to leave an emoji, let's do a yellow heart. And I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye.